Alright, yeah, that's cool, you can do that, but you just say that we're in the stream and introduce yourself first, I think.
Good afternoon and good evening, everyone, to the Tier 1 Gaming Lives matchup today between Mayhem and Destruction and Daisy Town Killers. It is a 12v12 Dom matchup today.
Domination.
There we go. For some reason, the stream was sending me feedback. Sorry about that. All right, we are good to go. InSeeker, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. It's 9 o'clock in the evening here for the South Africans that have joined us here on the chat as well. So welcome to everybody. I see we've got a nice mixture over here, South Africans and Americans. And is there anyone else from any other areas? How's the sound? Can everyone hear us? First of all. But yeah, we've got two teams here which we haven't seen playing very often lately. First of all, Daisy Town Killers, back from sabbatical. They haven't been playing in competition tournaments for a little bit. They're taking a bit of a break and they're getting back on. And a combination now of two teams that have actually merged. And Mayhem and Destruction is made up of the old MDK and 3%ers, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be interesting to see. I think this is the first time they'll be in a proper match. Can't wait to see how they perform.
I'm excited to finally have some South African teams here on the channel going at it here head to head, especially in domination format. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully it's not too late for everybody. So both teams here are just loading in and getting ready to go. It looks like Mad is missing. Oh, nope, they have one on the other side. He just got switched. So DTK is one short at the moment. As soon as they get loaded in, we will be ready to go.
Have a look here. Some really interesting names. Names you see in the South African scene that do some damage. Let's see, BG Davis, Bones Malones, Dondi, Diablo, Matt's over there, Nigma, Bottom. I'm liking it. I think it's going to be a really, really good match. We're waiting for one more person on DTK to join us, and then I'm sure we're going to start. So this round is a burn round that they asked for. So here... Yeah, and then after that it's Amiens, Ballroom, Blitz, and Sinai Desert. Because we don't see enough Amiens in competitions, right?
Amiens is never picked by any team. Definitely not GSP. So it looks like DTK has spawned in at least.
Every single match, I know GSP said that they would only change their map if somebody beat them on it, and now we're going into the final and they're still choosing their map, so let's see.
We'll see if it works in their favor come Saturday. So we have some Mad pushing up from Charlie, trying to push into Bravo here. It's going to be a 2-on-3 situation. Nigma gets 2 here, pushing onto the Bravo flag. A 3rd kill. It looks like his squad will be taking Bravo.
This not being the easiest map to actually spectate on, because it's really difficult to get underground.
So looks like Mad's going to try and push in here to the Alpha flag. They have the numbers. DTK is pushing Charlie as well.
Yeah, that's the thing with Domination. There's so much movement between flags.
It's very fast paced.
It's very fast paced. It's very difficult to have a whole a stream looking at one place and actually just watching, guys pushing on one flag, because like 5 minutes later there's no one on that flag and they're pushing the other two flags.
Domination is definitely about map rotation if you can't lock down a position.
Yeah.
And it does look like most of the concentration of the fighting will be here at the Alpha flag. As you can see in the background, DTK is capturing the Bravo flag, so it'll be 2-flag hold in their favor.
Ooh, some spawn happening over there on the Bravo flag. I think Mad has just pushed in there.
And it looks like they will capture it, as well as they are taking Charlie at the same time. So it'll be a 2-flag hold in Mad's favor here.
With Enigma taking the Charlie flag on his own there for a second.
So it should spawn most of DTK up here in this building or in the backdrop here. They are going for... They have the triple cap, but they're going to lose it to DTK here at the Charlie flag. The Descent and his squad are upstairs Alpha building. Let's see if they can maintain that upstairs position to kind of give their team a quick response to the Alpha flag.
Yeah, it's always a good position to be in. You always want the higher ground. The Alpha flag is always a good one to keep your guys around.
And as you can see, the guys on the outside of Bravo flag are about to get wiped off, but there are some DTK downstairs. And it looks like he's going to clear it, and they're going to keep that flag.
And we got a wide push going from Charlie down right at the bottom towards Bravo. The Mad guys are trying to take back the Bravo flag. See.
They're going to have to get Flip and his squad from downstairs if they want to maintain this hold here on Bravo.
Is Flippy camping downstairs?
I think so. His squad is trying to maintain a hold here. Oh, too far. There we go.
I see that downstairs over there.
Mr. Tequila's kind of figured it out, but he's not wanting to push off the flag too far. He's being kind of cautious here. He's got his hand cut down out here.
I think he's not going to be able to do much there by himself. He's going to need guys to spawn on him.
He will.
Oh, there we go.
So they are starting. Looks like they cleared out the bottom for the most part right this moment. No, there's still actually a squad down there.
Alright, so points-wise, we are 50 points to 36 in Mad's favor. And Mad has got a 2 cap. See if we can keep them off there.
Eternal Nemesis says that he hates Amiens and hates that GSP for picking it.
Well, I wonder who that is saying that.
I think he needs to get off lunch break and go back to work.
He is at work. Work. In inverted commas.
I'm at work watching a match live. And I do want to give a...
surprised if his boss was watching it with him.
Probably. I want to give a shout out to both of these teams for allowing us to broadcast this matchup today. It's awesome getting more and more people from all over the world involved with Tier 1 gaming.
Yeah, it fills me with a sense of pride, to be able to say this is the community I play in, this is the community that I'm involved in, and look at this, we're bringing them to a big stage and they can show off their skills, and yeah, it's exciting. Hopefully we'll have some of them in the Tier 1 tournament soon.
It would be awesome to have tournaments with like 20 plus teams.
Oh yeah.
And
my mind just went to the organization. It was like, oh my gosh. So much fun, so much work. But at the end of the day, it's always worth it, you know, when you get to that final match.
it is. Corona King's at work as well watching this. I mean, if I was working today with my type of job, I would be watching it as well. So I can't blame you guys. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, it's great to see so many people on the stream. It's fantastic.
So DTK is about to get a triple cap here, and they're going to start bleeding tickets. But they are losing Alpha really quick. But it's going to probably bring within about 4 tickets, 5 tickets.
Ooh, it's getting close. 62 to 67. We got a push from Mad down at on the backside here of Alpha going towards Charlie. So I think they're going to take that. That'll give them the 2 cap.
It looks like they'll take it pretty easy without any resistance here from DTK, just from the spread of the team. I do see them pushing up here to Bravo. It'll be 4-on-4. Now it's 5-on-3. They get... Whitworm is the last one alive on this bottom side of Bravo. I don't think he notices BJ behind him.
Hold on a second, Jam. I'm going to teach you how to say that name, okay? It's Whitworm.
We'll still mess it up.
Let's have a look here. Looks like Mad are taking the Bravo flag as well.
They are losing Charlie, but we'll see if Hursk 87 will be able to stop this push. It'll be a 3-on-1. I might see something special. Nope, he gets taken out. Justin is up in the building sniping down onto Charlie. And here comes Mad from the Bravo flag into Charlie. So the W is like a V sound, same as in German. Okay.
Yes, it's pretty close to German. Probably closer to Dutch than German. But like a huge mix of all those sort of languages.
Look at this push. Like Matt is split pretty well here, pushing both DTK's flags. Very smart.
Charlie flag and Alpha flag both going in DTK's favor. Do they have enough time to make up the points though? Not when they're losing Alpha.
They would have to maintain a triple cap and not spawn, I think, to get this burn round back in their favor. Taryn, I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, learning how to pronounce everybody's name from all over across the world can be pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's part of the fun, Taryn, the fact that we've got an American commentator actually attempting to pronounce South African clan names. So, yeah, I mean, I find it fun. I'm sure the people enjoy it as well.
I think it gives a little bit of an excitement, especially for the commentators, to mess up. Because we also get to learn at the same time.
We're all human. Imagine that. So, it goes 80 to 100 to Matt there. Great job on that, guys. But that was just the burn round, so we're going to get now into the first map, which is Amiens. So what do you guys in the chat think? Do you think that we're going to see Mad walk all over DTK, or do you think DTK is going to bring it back like they did almost in the middle there? Or do you guys think it's going to take the next map? Oh, it looks like DTK has lost a member. I hope that's just momentary.
Hopefully it was just they lagged out of the server and they'll be able to come back in. They're not going to have too many issues with their PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out here from the leader of DTK what is going on there. If they are going to play with the member short or if they are waiting for someone to join. Oh, look at that, Justin Golden, 21 for 7. Nice score over there. The thing I like to see in this is that there's not a lot of, huge KD ratios. It's everyone running around flag to flag and that kind of thing. Playing the objectives.
From what I remember playing on Domination, a lot of the fighting on this one is the Charlie, Bravo, and in between.
Okay, it seems as though DTK has one member from the UK. I believe he's from the UK that has actually lost connection to the server. So he will be back, but unfortunately that does happen. Yes, Arnie, it is Descendant. Nice pickup there. I actually did not see who it was. Okay, so we got a little moving around, I think, to do here.
And shout out, I hope I pronounced right. You said Mujin, and I would say that's Mujin86.
I actually don't know how to pronounce that one. No, I don't know how to pronounce that one.
And Bam says Ender has a secret love affair with Amiens. I think so as well.
It's Amiens. I think he breaks out in hives when he sees somebody choose it for a tournament match.
Well, I mean, and it's one of the maps that are smaller, so it's going to be picked a little more often. I mean, I'm surprised Woods honestly doesn't get picked as often, even though, I mean, a lot of people still like it. But it does take out vehicle gameplay. And a lot of teams, specialize at least one or two players to those gameplay styles, so... This map was designed by Satan.
Satan. But then, knowing you, then you would love it more, probably. But okay then. Apparently, you pronounced that right, by the way.
I got one correct. That's what matters.
You got one correct, and one I didn't even know, so that's okay. See, we're all learning here.
I would love if the new Battlefield that comes out here in a year or two, if they go back to kind of more modern, I would love to have like some Battlefield 3 remakes, like Saints Crossing. That map was so fun. I mean, this Amiens kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the modern more than anything else.
Yes, there are a lot of maps that I don't care for when it comes to Conquest style, but some maps work amazingly well for Domination, and I would agree that this one and Monte Grappa do work very well for Domination. Firestorm, yeah, I think they did a great job bringing that back into Battlefield 4, especially the way that they kind of re-rendered the map. It made it look really, really well. The only one I didn't care for that they brought back was Caspian Border. I was never a huge fan with it.
No. Mm-mm.
And I didn't.
Firestorm, though,
Firestorm was very. You had your several infantry players like actually taking flags, but you would always have that group of snipers on both teams on both mountains, just going for long shots.
Yeah. I'm a Zafod. That for me, I enjoyed that map.
Zavad was really
And then
fun.
also, yeah, and the night map of it. We were actually having this discussion the other night, and as much as I loved Battlefield 4's night map, when I got to Battlefield 1 and they had night maps on, I was like, yeah, it's nice and all that, but yeah, I miss knowing the map, because I mean, in Zafard you knew the map so well, and then when you got to night map, you knew where everything was. I miss that.
Yeah, it would be interesting if they took like Novell Knights and then the one that I can't pronounce that just came out like a month ago. If they would take those and make like daytime versions, or
Yeah.
maybe a little
Those are
earlier in the
beautiful
day,
maps. I
it
love
would be
to see
awesome.
them.
Yeah, I can't wait to play the Russian DLC. Those maps, I mean,
Yes.
being that we've only been lucky to play 2 of the maps so far on CTE, I love the way they look. I like the way that the flag positioning is. It kind of caters to a little bit of infantry more based for the 2 that we've had, but it caters to all the play styles inside of the infantry element. So here we go
And you
for
know what
round
the best part
1.
is of it? The
What's
best
that?
part is of it? The sunshine.
Yes. So we're gonna have a big, big fight here for the Charlie flag right off the bat.
Yeah, everybody's spawning over there.
So it is gonna go into a 2-cap-4 DTK here to start this first round off. But Mad is pushing very quickly here to the Charlie flag. It's about even as far as numbers go for each team. We'll see if DTK can stop this burn. Black, I don't think anybody has scrimmed on that night map yet. It would be interesting.
That map.
That's the one I can't pronounce very well. I mean, Prise de Teheur, I guess, something like that. Them French people make some funny names. It would be interesting, especially on hardcore. You have a lot. I mean, since it's already hard to see players, there would be a lot of buildings for snipers, literally to just camp it, and you wouldn't be able to see them at all. So I think it'd be tough for hardcore. So
Not only that, though, it'll be tough to stream.
Where are they spread out?
I think
It
the
would be.
broadcast. I mean, you can only turn your brightness up so much to be able to actually show people what's going on.
And if you can see what Matt is doing right here, they're not pushing. What they're doing is they're corralling DTK here on the alpha flag, which is very, very smart.
Yes. Because if you can lock them into one flag and keep them there, then, well, you've still got 2 flags burning. But
Well, if
they
I
have
sound like
lost
Lloyd
brightness.
Christmas, I definitely am the better of the 2 characters for that, so I take that as a compliment.
Duh. Yeah, I think out of the 2 of them, I think that's probably the preferable one.
It's because I wore 2 pairs of gloves into the Rockies. I was the smart one. Walter, how you doing today?
Hey, Walt.
And
Have a look here. Looks like Matt is taking the double cap again.
I think Priest is pronounced that night map. That's That's the
is, yes.
official new name of it.
That's the direct translation of it. A little bit of a skirmish happening over here, going through towards Alpha.
That is true. Perp always announces maps elegantly. So Matt's done a very good job of maintaining a 2-cap here.
It seems as though they've slowed down the pace of the game quite significantly.
DTK did clear off the Alpha. They got one mad player down here in the train tracks. And they will take a 2-cap, so they're actually going for a triple cap here. But they are losing Bravo at the same time, drastically fast. Yes, they did remake Grand Bazaar in Hardline, and it was very fun, especially going back. That was one of my favorite maps from Battlefield 3. I have no idea where they are all hiding. Let's see if they are any of them back here in this hallway. Nope.
It looks like Mad just exploded on Bravo. Because all of a sudden it was just red dots everywhere.
And see, DTK's doing kind of the same thing Mad did, was setting up their lines of defense here. They're not trying to advance onto Bravo, they're trying to corral Mad into that side of the map. But Mad has snuck around to the Alpha flag. I was thinking about your love affair with Hardline, but we'll keep that to us. Because I remember a year ago, a little over a year ago, I was visiting a friend, and I watched you stream Hardline. And you convinced me into re-downloading it. And then you never played with me.
Not.
I felt abandoned.
You played Hardline with me. Maybe it's just you, Axe.
It could be. We weren't quite as friends then as we are now. Look like Matt is trying to get this triple cap. They're gonna have to. It's a 3-on-1 here. It's going to be rough. Yeah, Matt's going to get wiped off of Charlie. So the burn's still going to be in Matt's favor. Sounds like there's some fighting here in this back alley. Hey, I'll play some Hardline tonight. Looks like we got a push here onto the Bravo flag by DTK. It's going to be a 3-on-1. A 4-on-1 now. And it will go into DTK's favor, but they are losing Charlie as well. And they've already lost Bravo with their one push here trying to get the Charlie flag. They're going to get Alpha, but they will get wiped off here at the Charlie flag. Looks like Descent is in Overwatch, but he's going to be taken out very quick. Let's watch this push from Mad over here to the Alpha flag. And revives are definitely more important on Domination.
Oh yeah, because I mean, ticket count isn't as much, with the ticket bleed.
It doesn't surprise me that there wasn't people on DLC servers. Usually, when a new game comes out, the DLCs do die off very quick. Except for Metro, and that one is still very active. My father actually plays nothing but Battlefield 4, and all he plays is Lockers and what is the other close quarters map?
Metro.
Yes, Lockers and Metro. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had
It's literally
a brain block there.
Hour. Yeah, you did, and the worst part is you said it like 2 seconds before. And now you're trying to remember what you said.
It happens. Let's see if the Descent's going to be able to clear Nigma off. Nope, Nigma comes up in this building and clears him off. So it looks like round 1 will go to Mad here on Amiens.
Yeah, they have double cap, so I don't think that, even if DTK was to get it, I don't think they would pull it back in time.
They are moving on Alpha, but it's like they commit a lot of their players to one flag, and when they do split up, they get wiped off fairly quickly. They're not able to sustain the 2 cap for more than a couple seconds at a time. Tell my dad that you are disappointed in him. Well, I did buy him Battlefield 1, but he says that it is very hard for him to see players, so that's why he sticks to Battlefield 4.
Alright, so the first round, or the first map, goes to Mad at 73 tickets to 100. I think what we're seeing is Mad slowed the map down quite considerably. I think DTK wasn't expecting that.
Yes, Mad rotated very well, very strategic.
We're still missing a member from the DTK side. Unfortunate for them, it's not the Descendant this time, so somebody else has dropped off. Right, so yeah, Ender's asking in the chat, how is scoring done for this one? Best of 3. It's actually, I think more or less the same way we would do it in Tier 1. I think would be the winner of each, or the most ticket difference between each will take the map. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
It made sense to me, and I think the way they're doing it is, like, normally we would play like 2 Amiens back to back, whereas I think they're just going to play through the map rotation, but they will hit each map twice. Is that correct?
Oh, it shouldn't be. It should have been 2 Amiens. Did they choose at the end of that round?
They did. It was between Sinai and Ballroom were the 2 options.
Huh. That's weird.
And for here on Ballroom, especially for Domination, the Bravo, the top of the square, is a very important position to maintain. But I did like that they put Alpha down inside the building here. So two flags are provided with cover from the top side of Bravo.
Right, and also they are not allowed to be on top there of Bravo. That's one of the rules of this match, is that they're not allowed to use ladders.
I like that idea. I think that needs to be a universal rule here on Ballroom, is no top of the square, no ladders.
Oh, that is the worst. When you're in that ballroom and you're holding that position and you get sniped from the top of one of those catwalks, I can just about throw my controller and walk away.
The only thing that I don't like on this map is in pubs, the people that fly down on top of the Charlie building. And, like, it is so infuriating. Oh, I think we all have been up there. Especially with the like the two hidden rooms on the side, you can kind of duck in and out of and not be seen. Let's jump down here into the Charlie room. Looks like we're about to have a face-off here between the two teams. And it will go into Matt's favor. DTK is taking the Bravo flag, so they will start off strong with the 2-flag hold. This is definitely what they need.
The Assassin's Creed Club. Yeah, I agree with you there. This actually kind of does look like something out of Assassin's Creed. I can kind of plot my route around and who I'm going to take off at each spot and make sure I don't get spotted from the top of the building.
Matt is pushing heavy here onto the Alpha flag.
Seems that no one wants to be around the Bravo flag now that they can't get up in the ladders.
Ooh, he almost cleared off Alpha by himself here. It's going to be a good fight here on the Charlie flag. But Mad has the numbers, so they will take Charlie, but they are losing Alpha at the same time. Looks like Mad cleared off Alpha. They're going to push onto it.
Oh no. Mad has just left. Lost a member, not you. Diablo just left.
Well, if they're smart, they would literally just focus on the Alpha Charlie flags and just let DTK have the courtyard.
Yeah. It seems... Oh, except that DTK is not taking the Charlie flag.
Yeah, they flanked around. Very smart move. Very good map rotation. They are losing Bravo, though. Matt's finally pushed in there. But it looks like they will be wiped off.
Yeah.
And they're...
Flip takes out Herc.
So Matt has a 2-cap, and Bravo is still neutral. DTK is going to push on it, but Matt's going to push some from the Alpha flag. It will go back into DTK's favor. And you see Mad here on the flank behind the Bravo flag. See if that works out for them. They're going to kind of sandwich this squad of DTK here on the slower walkway.
Oh, but will they get it right? Let's have a look.
I'm going to follow. So you can see we have some Mad squad members spawning outside. And Justin's going to get a back flank.
There's nobody
He
on
gets
the side
one.
flag. It actually went neutral there. There's no way taking it at all. Oh, and DTK have a triple cap. Not for long though, they kind of just lost the alpha flag, but still maintaining their double cap there. Alright, there was a bit of confusion now on the chat. So it's supposed to be two rounds per map, but at the end of the round, they shouldn't have been map voting. Unfortunately, they are going to play both rounds, I should say, per map, but they will play them not one after the other, unfortunately. So luckily, you can see the overlay at the bottom there. We can still keep track of each map and the rounds that have been played on those maps.
DTK did a good job of holding them off here on the Charlie flag, and they are gaining alpha, so it could be a... Let's get over here to this alpha flag. It could be a triple cap in DTK's favor. They are up 8 tickets here. They are losing Bravo behind them. DTK is doing a lot better map control here on Ballroom Blitz. The CT updated, what was it, Monday? It was Monday afternoon, I believe, that the CT updated to allow the new map and the new weapons put into it. There are a few bugs, I know, especially for the support class. The Parabellum, if you try to go bipod, it'll bipod, but it makes the camera zoom like 90 degrees into the wrong direction, so it's not calibrated correctly. And some of the...
That's what the CT is for.
Exactly. Black, ticket count does matter for each of the flags. So, since Mad won by 27 tickets on Amiens, DTK is going to have to win, but keep Mad at 72 tickets or less.
Yeah, when we do get back to the Amiens. Tak, as we try to explain, there will be a second round of Amiens coming up. Just won't be directly after the first one. So hence why we are taking note of the count, and it is displayed on the screen below.
So Mad has a 2-cap here. They're going to slowly burn into the tickets, but in the background you can see DTK pushing heavy onto the alpha flag. And being that 2 flags are inside buildings, it is a little harder to show you most of the action, because a lot of it will take place indoors. The medic rifle, it didn't feel like really underpowered. It felt more or less like any of the other medic rifles. I feel like they're all underpowered for the most part, especially since they're not terribly good at long range other than a few. You know, most people try to play close range, so they're already going to be weaker than the SMGs. And I think that's their attempt with the Fedorov Avatomat full auto version, is to kind of bring the medics into a closer engagement, but it didn't feel like it was overwhelming or anything, so I don't think it's balanced quite right just yet, but we will see. Everyone is dancing on Ballroom.
Corona. So we are pretty close still at ticket count. DTK is in the lead with 72 tickets to Mad's 69. With DTK still now taking a double cap. So it looks like they may pull a little bit ahead as well.
And if you can see in the kill feed, Mad it seems like they're winning more of the gunfights.
Yeah, they definitely are. Look at the Hell Regal. I do love that weapon so much.
I think it was when they updated giving you double the amount of ammunition, it was awesome. Before that, I think it was just too low for the ammunition count. It made it hard to really go on any kind of successful flanks, at least relatively often. So we have a 1 ticket difference here. DTK's gonna have to capture another flag. So we are all tied up, and they are capping Alpha. But Mad has spawned in the backside, but it looks like they're going to get wiped off of that. But we are tied up here. I think that if DTK wants to win this one, they need to lock down Bravo and just hold the line.
Lock down Bravo, yeah. Oh, and this is neck and neck right at the end here.
DTK's done great pushing on to Bravo, but they've lost Alpha in the back.
They've lost Alpha completely. But they are, however, pushing on to Charlie. Oh, well they were. The Descendant gets taken out by Diablo.
Diablo with that sweeper. Made quick work of him. So as you can see, this is what Mad is doing very well. They're maintaining the 2 flags and setting up their firing lines instead of trying to push for that triple cap. And it's making it very hard for DTK to get anything done. But this one is going to be very, very close.
Oh, DTK does take Charlie.
Throw a limpet.
Not allowed limpets on this map, Corona. Some of the rules, I mean, it's no shotguns, no limpets, no dynamite, no gas either. I do hate playing with so many rules. Mad takes Alpha and Bravo.
The only rules that I cared about was the Behemoths and all of the Sentry kits.
Yeah, the elites.
So DTK is actually in a very good spot here. They have the 2 cap here late. If they can just get these last... They got to get 4 kills to 1. And I think it's going to go just barely into Mad's favor here.
Oh, and they lost it right at the end. So that round goes to Mad. I feel like Mad dominated on in terms of the actual kills. I think there were a lot more kills from the Mad team, and it was almost very exciting right there at the end. But unfortunately, just wasn't meant to be for DTK.
So looks like we'll be heading into the first round on Sinai Desert, which I enjoyed this round. There's a lot of vantage points for the flags. I believe it's Bravo flag that's out by the water tower. It is tough pushing back from that flag because you are exposed from multiple angles. And the descent, 36 kills.
Very nice score there.
KO, I'm just going to stick with that. Had 44 kills for... That's a lot. That's a lot of kills.
Kuksusterki.
That's you heard it here. That's how you pronounce it. So here on Sinai Desert, the Charlie flag is in the typical Charlie flag location that everybody is used to. Alpha is kind of close to the Delta flag location, and Bravo is just out in the middle by the water tower. As you can see, there's so much open space to run from Charlie to Bravo and vice versa to Alpha. So,
oh, is this desert fog? No.
It's pretty clear for me.
That's weird.
DTK has taken Alpha. I think they spawned a little early, and they just now realized it. I think we have some. We do. We have some team split up here because we can't shut off auto balance like we should be able to.
That's terrible.
They need to have one of the mad players spawn in immediately and at least neutralize Alpha so the tickets don't go up. But we will have to take note of the ticket count here. We definitely don't want the 5 tickets right now, 6 tickets, to be the difference in one team winning or losing. So I think the mad player is doing what I suggested here to go neutralize Alpha to stop the ticket burn, and he will jump off of the Alpha flag. He's going... Okay, so it looks like he's going to cap it and try and make it even, I guess, at 8 tickets apiece?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I would do if I was in their spot. The Descendant keeps spawning on every single map.
Yeah, they just didn't check the team balance before going in. I still wish that Battlefield 1 servers had all the options. I mean, you think that they've done such a great job through Battlefield 3 and 4, and it was in a great spot in 4 as far as options for the admins to manipulate the server the way that they see fit, but they didn't carry that over with Battlefield 1, and I don't like it.
No. I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is this the competitive game that they're going to bring out, or is the next one going to be the new competitive title?
Well, I saw something pop up if you go to the main screen of Battlefield that it does show that something is coming very shortly as far as video of what the game mode is, so I think they're going to show it off.
Yeah.
So it looks like they've relatively switched everybody, but DTK's... Okay, there we go. So he's going to be able to switch over. They're still down 1 player, but they need to neutralize this flag to stop the tickets. Is there a way that you can get
just
to the leaders?
Problem, really.
Yeah. Well, they may take Charlie, and it might make it neutral.
So basically, we're just going to neutralize these flags, and then that'll be the end of the map. I mean, we only have 100 tickets to work with here.
It's still, well, they spawned in, so
Oh,
I think they're just saying,
it's
let's
like,
go for it. We will see if DTK all spawns in and goes for it as well. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to call it a four ticket difference. Well, when they spawned in, they kind of went up, so there was only initially a 1 ticket difference before they really spawned in. So Matt is pushing from Bravo onto the Charlie location here. DTK is trying to push onto Alpha.
oh, look at that. We have a Norwegian visiting us in the stream. Hello, Alessandro.
Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I don't think I've completed all of the summer missions. I know I didn't do the rush.
Alright, just an update, guys. Apparently, because of the mess up at the beginning, DTK is giving the round to Mad. Because I feel it was their fault, you know, with the incorrect spawning and that, so...
So it's going to go into Matt's favor.
Yeah.
They'll need to
It's just gonna be
decide.
difficult now. Yeah,
Well, they're going to have to decide how, if DTK wins the second round, is it going to be a wash, or how are they going to determine who actually wins this map?
Yeah, I think that's something that's probably going to have to be discussed. Ooh. What a pity. It was going so well.
They could, I'm pretty sure they could all back out and reset this round.
That's what I said to them, but I'm not sure.
Walter, I agree with you. That's kind of what we were thinking. You definitely don't like to see things like this happen, and it's just lack of communication. DTK is probably going to get wiped off here at Alpha, and they do, and they are losing Charlie. We can't give you all the credit, Ender. If anybody has a little salt emoji, now would be the time to put that in.
Oh, wait, I'm looking for it. No, there must be salt somewhere here.
I, I don't see one in mine either.
Damn. I'll give you that one then. There you go.
That's
Were you not listening?
that's
I
South
know it's
African
not
salt right there. That's what we're gonna call that.
It's as close as I can get, okay?
We're trying to improvise with what we have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So it is going to be interesting how they're going to want to score this. I think the Corona thing looks like lipstick. I mean, that's just me.
Walter. Deeply offended. My fetishes do not run into baby bottles.
Who do we have out here for Mad? Mr. Tequila. Sniping long range.
Actually, Ender, that's what I thought of as well.
We have taken objective apples.
Suppression. Justin was trying to snipe the guy in the building, but suppression had him shooting way off a target. So when we find out exactly how they're wanting to score this Sinai Desert round, I mean, we could call it 100 to 47, and DTK would have to keep them under 47 if that's what they want to do. It's very, very difficult.
Ooh. 100 to 47. It's a far cry from the 100 to 97 that they did in the last one.
I'm loving the Will Ferrell picture. I like it tackle.
Oh, that's how he really looks.
He needs to start making money off of that then. You can be a lookalike. An interesting twist with randomized maps. So DTK will have to keep Mad under 73 tickets and win this round to take this map. Let's see if they got switched up. They have a couple people switched up here, and I don't think they will make the same mistake twice.
I hope not.
But I am glad that they did introduce servers for South Africa. They were left out for a long time.
A really long time.
Dondi White has spawned for DTK and realizes it quickly redeploys. It has been very enjoyable watching Dom. Haven't spent too much time watching it. And the pings look relatively good. Is there a couple people for DTK that are outside of South Africa? Why they're hitting a almost 200 ping?
Yeah, DTK do have guys from the UK that play with them.
Okay.
Matt, the Descendants, yeah.
We need to keep the chat clean, guys. Come on. That is the one warning. So DTK is going to start off with the 2-cap here for the second round on Amiens.
There we go. So, just to remind everybody, Amiens, the last time was 100 tickets to Mad to 73 to DTK. So if DTK wants to take this map, they need to keep Mad under 73 tickets. And obviously win it themselves.
So they're going to get Bravo and still maintain this the 2 flag hold.
Seems as though Mad is rushing into Bravo, the back end over there, by the train tracks.
Let's see if DTK can stop them from taking it, or at least having it for too long of time here. That was a very good move by Sub. The slide shot. Colonel was not ready for it. Nigma's the only one alive here for Mad on the Bravo flag. He gets taken out. Let's see where the rest of the fight is taking place. Looks like we're over here at the Alpha flag. You need to have a flag in the big building in the background where we can't get to.
And what would be the point of that?
That wouldn't be no fun.
You're talking about the cathedral, Corona, the Hunchback of Notre Dame's cathedral.
So DTK's looking a lot better so far. Matt is pushing heavy into Bravo. Of the top scorer, who do we have here? Nico and BJ.
I can patch your wounds. Your wounds, I can fix them.
It's very interesting use of this building right here where they blew it open just so they could have an advantage point on the flag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if there's anybody in chat, is there a player that you're wanting to see first person, just let me know and I will pan to them.
Wesley. Oh, Wesley is currently going 7 for 2 over there.
Ranger, I can help.
And he is at the top of the leaderboard, so yeah, maybe that one.
as soon as he spawns in.
When you look over here at Bravo flag, sorry, not
Ooh.
Bravo, Charlie flag.
I thought he was about to get those 3, but he got shot by Mr. Tequila with the AT rocket gun. But it looks like Vitvom is going to pick him up.
And he takes Charlie. They only have the 1 flag, so they're really protecting that one.
Looks like Matt's going to take Bravo flag. They're going to have a triple cap here. DTK needs to break this very quick. Nigma just got a saber kill here on the Bravo flag. Ooh, he gets taken out.
We have lost objective Charlie.
And DTK there with a really fast triple cap, but Matt is taking the Alpha flag.
We have taken objective apples.
And I'm here on Marky Mark. It looks like there's a little bit of, I want to say a little latency. He's like bouncing way up in the air, and when he aims in, his gun's all over the place. So I think that's just a glitch. DTK's doing a very good job, but they're going to have to get a triple cap and hold it for a little bit of time because they're not gaining tickets fast enough.
Matt is about to take the double cap here with Charlie and Bravo flag, and DTK only with the Alpha flag at the moment, moving through in towards Bravo area.
So it goes back to a 2 cap in DTK's favor, but remember they have to maintain, they have to stop them at 72 tickets or less. That was a very big win there for Big Guns.
We have taken objective butter.
So Matt is taking 3 flags. It's going to be very, very hard for DTK to get the point spread that they need to win this map.
Oh, even tickets there. And with DTK retaking the Alpha flag, maybe that'll give them the chance they need just to push ahead a little bit. But remember, we need to keep Mad under 73 tickets, or Mad takes the map.
Taken objective apples.
And with a triple cap at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to be too long until we get to 73. And there it is. So even if DTK does win this map, or this round, they will still lose the map because Mad has passed the 73 ticket mark.
And I'm going to go ahead and mark it up as 1 map win right now for Mad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that. Not safe, it's actually pretty accurate to say that, I guess.
They do such a great job of map rotation.
Capture that objective.
Yeah. The Omen DTK successfully fights them off with one flag. They're right behind them, taking the flag they just left.
Ooh, he went for the bayonet charge, but he missed.
Use that first aid.
We have taken objective apples.
Let's see where Colonel Tucky Boy goes. He's going to get one. He's going to get taken out himself. Now, it does look like DTK, if they can get another flag here, they will do better this round than they did previous round here on Amiens, but it's just not enough.
DTK holding on to that Charlie flag. $95 tickets, and we're almost at the end of this round.
We are losing objective apples.
DTK with Bravo flag and just losing the Alpha flag, and it's almost over.
We have lost
2 more tickets to go. And
So
that
100
is
to 87.
100 to 87. They did better in that round, but they really need to be defending at the moment. I think that they're rushing through and they're not defending the flags behind them, and I think that's where Mad is catching up with them. They're pushing from behind and they're getting in there a lot quicker.
I would agree. I'm going to step away for just 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Oh yeah, yeah. Walt, Ender was right with the time, of course. I think after a year, I think he's learned what time is where now. Right. So, what do you guys in the chat think? What do you think that Mad is doing right? What do you think that the DTK guys should be working on? I'm sure none of them are watching the stream, but what tips do you have for them that we can announce on the chat that you can maybe give them so that when they're watching it, they're going through it, they can see what they should possibly be doing?
Walter, you do need to go play some Battlefield.
Walter's always playing Battlefield.
So we're going to wait for them to get their team set up here. I don't believe aim assist is turned off, no. As you can see, here are the settings that they have set up.
I'm not even going to go into that aim assist debate right now.
The aim is just the biggest issue when it comes to scout class.
That comment is a trap. Alright, let's have a look at the teams. Alright, it looks like everyone is ready on Mad's side. We're waiting for one person on DTK's side. And then we'll be ready. And DTK spawning in again. My goodness.
I wonder if they think that they have to spawn in just to redeploy to switch sides.
Either that or one person on the opposite team has spawned in from DTK and they have balanced it out with a spawn on their own team. And let's see, Ballroom Blitz was really close on the last map, so let's have a look and see if we can get the same result, or maybe even a little bit of an upset with DTK if they take it.
We have taken objective butter.
There, Matt is trying to push into Charlie Flag here very, very quickly. DTK is going to defend that Charlie Flag, and they are working on capping the Bravo flag.
We have taken objective butter.
Looked like Dondi was just spraying and playing there. I think he knew where the Mad player was, but he did not have a direct line of sight, so he was kind of just shooting, hoping that he could get him. Yeah, they agreed to no one using ladders, so they can't have somebody up on top of the square.
Alright, so Mad taking the second objective there, as they've got the double cap on DTK. DTK holding Charlie Flag quite well, actually.
They're doing a very good job of holding it, but they need to hold two.
Yeah.
They need to kind of split their forces and set up two firing lines instead of just one.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, even if you own the ballroom, you're still not going to win the map.
And that's something that Matt has been doing very, very, very well today. Yeah, Corona, they're not allowed to climb up the ladders on top of the square part that overlooks Bravo. That's what the teams agreed on, so DTK is going to slide in. They might be able to take Alpha. Nope, they're going to get wiped off there. So Alpha is going to fall back into Mad's controls. They're going to have a 2-cap, but they are losing Bravo. We have J Big Guns here for DTK trying to take the Bravo flag, but he's getting shot from the spawn point. I mean, even if he can cap it for a short period of time, that would help a little bit. But I think Justin's going to come up here. Nope. Not going to work. So it looks like Bravo's going to fall back into Mad's position. BJ Davis gets a 2-piece here over on the left side of Bravo. I agree. They need to move in and out of cover better. But again, they're not holding their lines. They're not holding their flags. It's like they're worried about one flag and then trying to just rotate too many people to the other flags. But they are going to rotate. If they can hold Alpha now and Charlie, they'd be set up for possibly winning. There's only a 3-ticket difference here on Ballroom Blitz. They have to keep Mad at 96 tickets or less to win this map.
That's correct. 96 or less. So, DTK back in the ballroom and in the ballroom only. So, that's not going to win them the map, unfortunately.
Matt tried to just run straight through the open to get to the Alpha flag, but he was taken out very quickly.
Did he go a little gung-ho there? The Descendant looks like he is making his way towards Bravo, taking out Marky Mark and stuff Hussein.
So he sees that there's one on Flare here, but he is low health and he's not wanting to challenge.
Very clever.
Marky Mark
and Marky
jumped
Mark
over and took him out.
What a pity.
We have lost objective
He's
Charlie.
making such a good run there. Let's see. Ooh, who is this that actually made it there?
Flip for DTK is on the Bravo flag finally.
Philip. Nice work.
See who.
And in the meanwhile,
Who he gets
what
taken
happened
out.
then?
We have taken objective Charlie.
I mean, they have a good spawn here on the side, so they can keep attacking Bravo. And he just gets bayonet charged by BJ Davids. Ooh. He gets another one. Will he be... No, BJ did get wiped off, so they're still going to have a spawn over here at the Bravo flag.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Right,
They're
so
losing
and
Charlie,
Mad
though.
with 68 tickets and DTK with 40 tickets. What are we? 97. So it's gonna have to be quite a close one if they want to push it. Let's see.
They're ascending right here on West. He's going to get one, but taken out from behind by Bird Force.
We have lost objective button.
There's a shock trooper.
King Sparrow, what DLC weapons are you referring to? The ones that are in CTE right now? They did load them in this week. I think it was early afternoon Monday. But they're not active yet here on regular Battlefield.
Yeah. And King, I'm not sure if you are referring to the game and if they're playing with DLC weapons. Well, DLC weapons were not banned in the move. I know you guys like to ban
Charlie.
almost everything off of Battlefield, so yeah, that was not one of the stipulations in here.
We have taken objective apples.
So they just threw gas in there.
We are losing.
Gas. They're not supposed to be using gas.
A mad player just threw gas in onto the Alpha flag.
That may be disputed at the end of this. But again, we're not here to be referees. We are here to stream the match so everyone can see it. If there's disputes afterwards, the teams will have to take it up with each other.
Yeah, Ethan, the two teams, they decided between themselves what they were allowed to and not allowed to use. We were just asked to broadcast it so you guys could watch the match. So, they were not supposed to use gas, but you can see gas right now on the screen. You can see it in the background there in the corridor. So I don't know if they'll have to take it up with each other, like Inseeker just stated. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Oh, hey hamster. I'm not sure if this is what they're playing here. I think it's just a scrim. I think that they just really wanted to play each other at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out
DTK
there
is
to
doing
Tier 1.
better,
Yay.
but it's
Yeah,
just a
they are.
little too late.
Mad, unfortunately.
Oh, I did not
definitely
want to be
gonna
all the way
beat
up
them.
here. The Descent just got a two-piece here, defending Bravo by himself.
Alright, so that is the map then. Seems like Mad's taken 2 maps. So essentially, Mad has won the match. Not sure if they're going to play the last round. I'm sure they will, but let's just have a look and see.
I hope they do.
Hope they do too.
Bulldog, I'm just gonna stick with Ethan. I like saying that more. Call you by your first name.
Bulldog. Hey, dude.
So we've only really had one really close round, and that was the first round here on Ballroom Blitz. It was 100 to 97 ticket difference. Mad has decisively won more of their one-on-one engagements, and they've done better at rotating and defending flags. So if that's one thing that DTK can take from this match and improve on it in the future. So it looks, I think they are going to stay and finish this out.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't look like they're leaving. That's good. I like it. Especially since Sinai was a bust the last time. And
I think
Descendant
I
has
think they're
spawned
just
again.
spawning and playing. Well, both teams have spawned in, so
Oh goodness.
I don't think they're really
it's
worried
very
about it
cloudy.
at this point.
Yeah. No shotguns, automaticos, gas, martini Henrys, dynamite, limpets, or elite classes. It's like all the good things are all taken away. All the things that we enjoy, stripped from Battlefield.
So it looks like Mad has burned Bravo, but now DTK is going to burn Charlie. I don't know if they're going to try and let DTK just have it, because at this point, being up 2 games to 0, it's not going to matter. You just want the flamethrower. And Graveyard, you say there's so many rules. There's some leagues out there that are even more very strenuous on what they can and can't use compared to what these two teams have decided on too.
Yeah, not my cup of tea, that.
I mean, to me, I just want the elite classes taken out and let them play with whatever they want to play with. I think that's a fair trade-off.
The elite classes as well, they're a little bit biased, you know, especially when you're doing something like a conquest. Um, and definitely the behemoth, because, you know, when you're losing, you get the behemoth. It's pretty much over for the other team.
I don't.
If it's done right, I guess.
I don't think there's one time that I've actually seen a behemoth come into a round and actually change the outcome.
I have. Not in a match, because we don't use them in the matches, but definitely on pubs. Yeah, definitely. Because it's only 100 ticket difference when the behemoth is released.
I still haven't seen it. I've seen it decrease the lead some, but I've never seen it overturn someone's lead. But I know that it was designed for that reason, just to try and bring the matches closer together.
Because all is fair in real war, right?
It's true. Especially the flamethrower.
Nothing better than watching a couple of crispy critters run across the screen. Lovely.
I love the audio cues in this game, especially when somebody's on fire, like just like the screaming.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's so satisfying.
My favorite. And for the first time the other day, I was sitting quietly and someone spawned on me, and his character turned to mine and said, "Hey there, buddy." I'm like, I've never ever heard that before. I still sat there and I looked at it and I was like, did I really just hear what I just heard?
So Matt is doing a very good job here, holding their 2-cap like they've been doing all evening. I think we should just have a knife only match. Not the bayonet, just knife only. That'd be an interesting dom match, just for fun. It would get frustrating very quickly though.
Ooh, it would be almost feel like those matches, what was that? The shield, the riot shield. Ballistic shield in Battlefield 4. Did you ever play one of those matches?
I did.
Oh, horrible.
You would always have a couple of guys just in the corner hiding behind their riot shield.
Oh, of course, yes. But, and then Gunmaster, the one preset that you start out with a ballistic shield. And for some reason I always entered those halfway through the round, so everybody's already on like semi-automatic weapons and I'm standing there with a ballistic shield and that's it.
Yeah, it's... If I started one of those rounds and it was already started, I would just sit there and just get killed until the end of the round and start off fresh.
That's something I miss in this game. A good old Gunmaster.
We are losing objective Charlie. We have lost objective Charlie.
Yes, Sonny, well you got the plasma rifle. Oh my gosh. That was fun. The railgun.
I'm just hoping that they do something cool with the 2 dog tags that we've had to kind of go out and get, like they did with the Phantom program. I kind of hope that they have something special with that.
We control all objectives.
Because in Battlefield 4, you got the dice camo.
Yes.
It made you like invisible to thermals and IRs.
We have lost objective
Yes.
butter.
That was
That was a
awesome.
pain to get. It was a pain to get unless you were just that good at getting it. Because, I mean, we had it down to just a few minutes.
You're winning.
Yeah, we would get everybody in a server, and say we have like
Everyone knew
10
their
people.
button.
Yep, they knew their button. They would do it, and then we would just keep doing it. I think we got, for the most part, I think almost every GSP member at that time was able to get their
We have taken
their
objective
camo.
butter.
But I remember buying a server for like a day and going through and just getting the dog tag boxes from all of the maps.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, that also was horrible.
Once
Because
you
had to
memorized
be
it, it
in
wasn't
actual
bad.
server.
We have
Yes.
taken objective apples.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I mean, we did as many of the Easter eggs as we could. We also, when I was with Angry Anarchy, we all had the Dice LA camo, and it actually looks nice when your whole team is running it. Only when you're playing the winter maps though, because otherwise you just
We have taken
shone
objective Charlie.
like a beacon.
Yes.
But yeah, like the Megalodon as well. That was a fun one to do. And there we go. 100 to 44. I think that it seems as though DTK just kind of gave up there at the end.
Yeah, it looked like they were just trying to have fun that last round. So,
Seems like the DTK thing to do.
yeah. So, Mad will win today's matchup.
Yes.
I'm glad that we were able to bring some South African teams here to Tier 1. It's been very enjoyable. I hope that you guys have had fun tonight. Definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and well done to both teams. I think especially in that one map on Ballroom Blitz, it was quite an exciting matchup. And
It
thank
was-
you, Axe, for spending your afternoon off streaming for us.
I love doing it. Also, guys, there will be the finals match on Saturday night. What time is that?
Yeah, it's Saturday night,
is-
6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST.
And that's the final match for the 0 hour
0
tournament. So
That's correct. And
It
for
would
any
be-
South Africans watching, if you really, really want to watch that, it's 3 a.m. on Sunday morning for us.
very early.
Very early.
But-
But I'll be up, so I expect all of you there.
But again, thank you guys for coming out and showing support for both of these fine teams today, as well as the stream. Secret, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for doing your part, and thank you guys for watching.
And we'll see you guys next time.